Alright, it looks like we gotta try this again because obviously it cut off. In the previous video, or I guess whatever's going to be uploaded on YouTube, it's going to be cut off in a certain spot. But we'll go back to where I was on the Christopaganism book and read the back. And I'll go through a couple more books afterwards because it cut off at a certain point for some reason. Blended Paths, Revolution or Evolution? Wow. Okay. Sorry for the glare. I'm going to read this. Have you ever questioned the nature of religion? Would you like to explore more inclusive modes of spirituality? You are not alone. In this exciting age of religious diversity, more and more pagans and Christians are incorporating each other's practices in their own belief systems. These intrepid believers are forging hybrid spiritual paths that borrow from both earth and scripture-based religions, daring to defy the status quo of spirituality. Rebels that they are. This is not part of this deal, but anyways, you got to consider Christ himself was a very political and spiritual, rebel of sorts in many ways. He was a revolutionary and defied a lot of the status quo and reminded those that were in power where true power lies. And anyways, it was all about love. That's all it was. And still is. Everything you once knew about religion is about to change. Noted scholars Joyce and River Higginbotham invite you to participate in the fascinating dialogue surrounding the nature of faith and the evolving spiritual needs of our world. With balance and depth, the authors delve into the origins, ideologies, and common threads of Christianity and paganism. This powerful book culminates in a series of compelling interviews with 15 individuals who share ways in which they honor a unique blend of traditions, helping you to create your own rich and rewarding spiritual path. Get ready to re-examine your beliefs and view spiritual practice in a new light by reading Christopaganism and opening the door to interspiritual experience. You will reach a deeper understanding of yourself and cultivate a profound appreciation for the changing landscape of spirituality around you. And a note on the authors, Joyce and River Higginbotham, forgive me. In parentheses, it says Missouri. I guess that's where they're located. Have been teachers of paganism for more than a decade. They are also authors of Pagan Spirituality and Paganism, an introduction to earth-centered religions. Visit them online at www.riverandjoyce.com. Well, I guess that's a accidental plug right there. But anyways, the way that I've experienced this book to the point that, what I've read, I'm not completely through it yet. I'm going to finish it within the next few days. Basically, they seem to be fairly pagan authors, but the way they handle this book is really fair. It's very balanced. It doesn't pull any punches. It tells straight out truths about both paganism and Christianity, but it handles it in a light to where you can understand how two religions that may not really associate with each other can actually work together in a good, healthy, cohesive way. Not trying to make label, well, you are wrong and I am right, and I am right and you are wrong. That's not how we should work as a society. If we are to work together, whether we are, pagan, Wiccan, Buddhist, Hindu, Asatru, which is the Vikings, which is Thor and Odin and all the Norse gods, or even Greek or Roman mythology or spirituality, Egyptianism, any of that, Christianity, Hebrew, Muslim, or Islam, all those, we have to live in the same world, and we have to learn at a certain point if we are to progress as a cohesive whole in this world to get along regardless of our differences in faith. In order to do this, we have to take, turn the other cheek. That's the Christian term, or take things in a grain of salt, like, some of the advice, it's just how things have got to work. It says, people say when, you don't talk about religion or politics, well, that's usually when you're drunk, You got to be careful who you speak to around, because people get offended really fast. Because if they don't understand something, or they're so into their own religion, it becomes something. It becomes a debate, or it becomes more than just a friendly debate. It becomes an argument or a fight, or there's the spirit of contention, which is not a good thing. Anyways, basically, this whole video series is about interspirituality and faith, and just kind of mixing things to see if we can work as a brother and sisterhood, as a family, on a spiritual level, whether we are, all those religions I named, or non-believers, or non-beliefs, or atheists, basically, or agnostic. Agnostic is basically unsure of what you actually believe, but atheism definition is anti-God. Basically, atheism, I have to give them some respect, whether I agree with them or not, and I mostly do not. I understand their principles and their facts and the science and all that, because it's there. You can't get around it. But, I like the idea that they are faith and non-faith. They are the belief and non-belief. I understand now that they're having organized, I don't know, almost like churches. They have organized groups where atheists get together in these buildings and, do preach, I guess, their gospel of sorts. That is kind of, some people might say it's hypocritical, maybe, but it's kind of a good idea to be able to unite with someone like-minded. But, even if you're strong in whatever faith or non-faith that you have, if you're truly a believer, you don't need the reassurance of another man or woman. You believe what you believe, and that's just the way it is. Some of us would take that to the extreme of dying for our faith. In my opinion, that is a true test of, a believer. Well, maybe that's a fanatic. I don't know. Some people would say that, but that's okay. Anyways, go ahead and comment, post whatever, you want to talk about or whatever. I would appreciate no trolling. If I ever decide to do any rituals or anything like that, I hope that the haters or trolls or whatever won't be so nitpicky like they were a few times when I posted up some stuff. Well, you're not enunciating or pronouncing the words right for the ritual. You're not doing this right, whatever. Well, I've been taught by my mentor that it's more about the intent. And I know when I was doing those rituals, the intent was there. And I was blessed in many ways from doing those rituals. Anyways, this is Phantom Lord signing off. Merry meet and merry part. Merry meet again. Adieu.